Hi, this is Ms. Gonzalez. I'm going to be going over Unit 11, 11.3, and 11.4. These sections are on number lines and how you break apart the number line and how you add up on the number line. I'm going to go over the guided practice for 11.3 first. And for number 1, it says, divide the number line into the given number of equal parts. Then mark and label the given fraction on the number line. This one says to divide it into 2 equal parts and find where 1/2 is. Our number line starts with a 0 and ends with 1, which means 1 whole. When I cut it in half, we're going to have to estimate where the half is. It's about right here. We cut it in half, and now I see 2 equal parts. Here's one part, and here's the other part. Now we write the fraction on the number line. This represents 1/2. For number 2, our problem now is asking us to break apart this fraction or this number line into 4 equal parts. And so that's what I'm going to do. And I'm going to do the same thing I did to the top. First, I'm going to cut it in half. And then I'm going to cut those halves in half again. And now I have 4 equal parts. And if I leap like this on the number line, I could see that they're equal. And try to make your cuts on your number line as proportionate as possible. Equal pieces. Remember, fractions have equal parts. Now it says to find 2/4. And when I do that, I count up. This is not like unit fractions, so you must increase the number as you move down the number line. For instance, this is 1/4. This is 2/4. And this is 3/4. And when we get to the last leap, it would be 4/4. And as we learned earlier in the last lesson, when you divide any number into itself, it equals 1, which this is why there is a 1 at the end of this number line. Now that I've found 2/4, I'm going to go ahead and shade it like this on the top and also shade in the 1/2 in this problem. As you work on this assignment at the bottom part of it, you will do the same thing that you're doing here. You're going to cut these into equal portions as you move along. The ones in number 7 and 8 are already cut for you, so you don't need to do that. All you have to do is write in the fractions, and remember, these fractions increase. They are not unit fractions. Not forget to work on questions 3 and 4 as well. For instance, this one on number 3 says, Malia divides a number line from 0 to 1 into 6 equal parts. But as you can see, there is no number line attached to this problem. So it is your job to draw yourself a number line right here. So draw your number line as straight as possible and neat as possible. And then remember, she said you started the number line from 0. It says so right here. And it ended at 1, which is right here. If you look at your other number lines on this assignment, they're exactly just like my number line. Except this one says now that you need to separate it into 6 equal parts. So when you work on this problem, you must separate it into 6 equal parts. You will do the same for number 4 on this unit. I'm going to turn the page now and move on to the guided practice for 11.3, actually 11.4. And on this one, they've already cut the number line for you, so it's a little bit easier. What you have to remember is that you need to write in the number line in the boxes. And the directions read, in number 1 and number 2, write the missing fractions for the points on each number line. So that's what we're going to do. Now we got lucky in a way because this one already says that this number line is broken apart into 4. But if you want to verify that, you leap 1, 2, 3, and 4. So it was broken apart into 4 pieces. So now my job is to you need to tell me what is on these tick marks right here. And so since this is only one leap, this is 1/4. They already did 2/4. So the next one is the third leap, and that would equal 3/4. You do the same on number 2. They've already have the denominator ready for you. All you have to do is write in the missing fractions. On number 3, let's read the directions on that one. It says, name a fraction that is to the right of the point for 1/2 on the number line. Okay, so if you draw a number line and you cut your number line in half, which is about here, remember we do start with 0 and we end in 1, and it is 1/2. What they're asking you again, tell me the point to the right of the 1/2 on the number line. So this is my left and this is my right, and so my point is 1. On the next one, you're going to have to draw 2 number lines because there is, they're asking here that Quinn says that 7/8 is to the right of 6/8 on the number line. Do you agree? Why or why not? You can draw 2 number lines, or you can draw the very same number line and check for yourself. And remember, it's in 8 pieces. The denominator says 8. So when you draw your number line, make sure you cut it evenly and equally into 8 pieces. And then you answer to see if Quinn is correct. As you move along in the lesson, they're going to ask you to do the very same thing you did on questions 1 and 2 for all the way to number 9. And as you go to the back of this assignment, they're going to ask you some problem-solving questions, and you may have to draw some number lines on some of the questions. This is, again, a review on how to do 11.3 and 11.4. Thank you for listening.